And I'm telling you about Tubi. Don't sleep on Tubi right now. I don't normally something like this. An Ironcaster is my brother who loves to pump up Tubi and free. I know some of you are overseas that don't have access to Tubi. Sorry. But I had just been on Tubi. So I was asked to do a stream and review 12 Angry Men, a classic Henry Fonda film, an Oscar nominated film, worthy of your time if you were into that kind of thing. It's a great film. It's an older film, black and white, 1957, about a jury and the conflict of like 11 people thinking someone's guilty and one person fighting for innocence and just pressing through that, making argument and moral cases along the way. Now, what I notice on Tubi, because I don't go in there every day, great films are on there. Al Pacino, Scarface. Yeah, that's right. Say hello to my little friend, Scarface. Maybe you're into that kind of stuff. An incredible, action film from the 70s. Pacino at his heyday, this iconic character that he's bringing to life. That's on there. Fifth Element, something we just did a talk hard on, right? So the Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Mila Jovovich sci-fi film from Luc Besson. Great film. Had a lot of fun with that film. We did a talk hard on that. That is on there for free as well. Maybe you know what? I'm into comedies, right? Okay, well, how about Hangover? Hangover is on there for free. That's right. The Crazy Hangover. I mean, I know it's not appropriate, but you know what? People love it. And it's on there. And you know what else is not appropriate, which I do love, and also did talk hard on, Blazing Saddles. That's right. The Mel Brooks classic is on there. Gene Wilder at his best. Some of the great lines and great things that Mel Brooks brings to life in a film that's anything but appropriate, but definitely can bring you a smile, bring you a laugh. And on the same note with a Western, literally one of, in my opinion, the three best Westerns of all time. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is on there. Clint Eastwood's famous spaghetti Western, right? The Man with No Name, riding into town, and just incredible musical score, incredible direction, practical effects and fist fights and dirt and chaos and those kinds of things. It's just a really great film. It's in there as well. And if you like tough guys, you know what? Escape from New York, a Kurt Russell classic film from John Carpenter. I mean, these guys, their resume together from like The Thing to Big Trouble in Little China, obviously the Escape from New York and Los Angeles. But yeah, Escape from New York is there as well. Another film, again, if you have never seen, it should be a must-see for you. I have no idea why you have not seen that yet. Tons and tons of stuff is on this app for free. And I know we're a couple months away. And maybe you don't own it. Maybe you're like, I don't know that I could sit through it again. Maybe I don't know I should want to watch it. But I know for Easter, I watched it's like a tradition, if you will, The Passion of the Christ, right? A film that I'm going to do a review on because I think it's important to discuss not only my thoughts on that film, but to discuss also on how those thoughts and feelings have changed dramatically from when that film actually arrived in theaters back in the day. So Tubi has a ton of free movies and TV. I barely scratched the surface if you're in there. The app is free to download. It's free to use. You will have some commercials and things like that. Not to say that you don't have that, but isn't that better in some ways than having the ads and some of those shenanigans thrown your way? But yeah, these are great films that are on there. The original Battlestar Galactica. I know we're talking about mostly films, but as far as a TV series, the original classic Battlestar Galactica with Lorne Greene. Another film I won't consider great. A couple of films I think are fun. I enjoy The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for what it is. Sean Connery heads that cast in a kind of mediocre at best adaptation of an Alan Moore series. You have a Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, supernatural sci-fi alien. It's called Contact. I enjoyed that film. I thought that film was fine. I thought that film was good. It's worth a watch. It's not it's got some issues and some stuff, but it's also kind of fun. I really enjoyed it. So I think that's on there. That is also good. And again, a comedy. Maybe his humor is up your alley. You love the Pink Panther series, for instance. A Shot in the Dark. Peter Sellers. It's a great film. It's a classic film. A lot of people have it really, really in high regard. 1964. A lot of fun. And then on a serious note, another classic I didn't even put on my list, but 1969 Midnight Cowboy. That's right. Uh, Dustin Hoffman, John Voight, standout roles, just con man hustlers doing their thing. Great film. I think it's a very underrated film in a lot of ways because it hasn't stayed on everybody's radar screen over the years. And I mentioned The Shot in the Dark. There's also other Pink Panther films on there, like Revenge of the Pink Panther and that kind of thing. And maybe you're just into schlock. Tubi, God knows, has a ton of schlock. Not all stuff. You don't want to let your kids loose on Tubi. There's tons of stuff in here that is not appropriate for them. I also didn't mention The Shining, a classic, just an absolute classic film. Stanley Kubrick just messes with your head in a film like that with Jack Nicholson's portrayal. Is just top notch, top notch. And of course, Wesley Snipes in Blade, also just such an I mean, the idea that they're even going to try to do Blade without Wesley Snipes, to me, is just weird. I don't even know why you wouldn't try to figure out how to incorporate him in some way, shape, or form. I know I would. Platoon is also on there, a heavy film. Silence of the Lambs is also on there. I think Hannibal is as well. A quirky film, a little bit of an older film. It's kind of an odd, quirky film for some of you folks that are old school people that are out there. I think it's fun. Peter Weller, Ellen Barkin, John Lithgow. That's right. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, a crazy sci-fi comedy adventure film. A lot of fun. It's in there. And I got to be honest, I'm going to rewatch this one and probably do a review. I have not watched this in years. Ghost in the Shell is on there, right? The anime classic is in there. So that's something I want to take a look at and see if I can do a review on that as well, because that's going to be one I'm going to try to prioritize and get to sooner than later. So anyway, I'm sure there's a lot more things in there that you can find, tons of stuff that I didn't cover or point out, but every now and again, I think we should try to point out, good content, and the fact that you can also get this good content at no cost, which is a huge deal right now because everything is just so ridiculously expensive, is it not? Everything is just ridiculously expensive. So, all right, folks, my name is Pops. It's thanks for watching. Appreciate your feedback, and definitely if you have some other suggestion videos and things like that, I'd be more than happy to hear what you had to say. So, thank you so much. You guys take care.